What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here, and I'm going to break down yesterday's setup during the US bank holiday that a lot of people didn't want to seem to trade. I did a short live stream on TikTok and everyone was saying, why are you trading US bank holiday, blah blah blah. But when I see what I want to see in the market, then I will trade, right? And yesterday there was clear direction, with confluence and entry models all coming together for the DTG system. And this was the trade we took. Now I'm going to mark up some levels for you, do a little bit of analysis so you can get kind of an idea of what we're looking at when we are taking these setups. But first of all, let's take a quick look in the Discord. I can show you my analysis and actually my entries yesterday. That was right here. Um, put the drop down here with a couple of entries right there. The analysis was posted yesterday during the early morning, 8:30 a.m. So we had all the levels set up for the day, ready to go, and an understanding of direction, ways to build confluence with our liquidity levels, retracement levels, opening gap levels, and also then just waiting for an entry. Also keeping the Discord updated here with the US Air Force planes that I was watching on flight radar that I found that were heading, as you can see, straight for Israel. They actually disappeared off the map around about here, if I remember correctly, before I could see where they actually landed. But yeah, we can see how the analysis is playing out here. This was the trade, but right now, the first thing I did yesterday, at this point, now you're going to see this on the chart right here. Okay. This is called the multi-time period chart indicator. And basically what it does is overlays the candles on the chart that I want to take a look at. For example, I'm on the 15-minute time frame, but this is outlining the daily candles. And we can see that the daily candle here from Wednesday closed bearish, right? So straight away, looking at that, I'm thinking there is a good potential, especially with this move down here, creating new lows, a high, lower highs, new lows down here in the market, that we could potentially continue bearish with a bearish closure as well. So what I like to do straight away with the daily is I'll get a fib level, the fib tool, and I'll draw from the highs to the lows as it is a bearish closure. I'm looking to measure the retracement back to the upside to look for continuation sells. And of course, we had the DF level, which is daily fib, the DF level right here. And also another time frame I like to look at is the 12-hour time frame. Okay, now if I go over here and look at the 12-hour time frame, we also had bearish 12-hour closures, which the fib was also very similar. It wasn't the exact same, but it was very similar. So what I did, I just extended the daily fib down here into the 12-hour fib as well. And this is where we were looking for retracements, right? We're looking during Asian session, we're looking for the market to come back into this level, create a daily top wick, find resistance, and we can build confluence in here as well, and then start to continue the sell off to the downside. So if I play that forward a little bit, first of all, as well, sorry, I just want to mark out because this is actually a very important level yesterday. I want to mark out this level here, the daily opening gap, right? And I'm just going to pull this across right there and get up the gap level, as you can see, opening gap. Okay. I'm going to take a look at a couple of other things as well once we get into this level. So we come up into this level right here during Asian session. Okay, if I turn on my sessions indicate, you can see that it is Asian session right here. And we're creating a daily top wick at this point. If we take a look at the PO3 candle, this is our daily candle now that we're looking at. While we're on the 15-minute time frame, we can see how the daily candle is currently playing out. We've come straight into the mid-range of this Fibonacci retracement zone and rejected. Okay. The other thing I want you to look at here is the fact that there was also a 4-hour inside bar candle, right? Now, this often leads to a high volume move or gives some sort of indication of a high volume move that could potentially be coming up, right? Because an inside bar candle means consolidation. And once we get a break of this on either side, like I said, there is likely going to be some sort of high volume move coming into the market. So if we mark this out, we can see right there, we grabbed the 4-hour IB, right? Which is the 4-hour inside bar liquidity. And from there, we tap into the Fibonacci level as well. Boom. So Fibonacci retracement, daily top wick formed, 4-hour inside bar candle liquidity grabbed. And from there, we start to see price coming back to the downside. Okay. Now, this is where it's crucial because there's no entries in here for me yet. And you can see now that gold is also starting to bounce off of the inside, off of the opening gap, the daily opening gap right here. Okay. We come down and bounce off that. But I have to wait for my trading window to open. Okay. If I turn on the indicator, the DTG indicator, we can see that there is levels or highlighted areas on the chart right now, right? Green and brown goldish. These are my trading windows. This is when I like to execute on setups once I have the right confirmation. And like I said, at this point, if we have a look over here in the top right from the DTG indicator, we have daily bearish, we have 4-hour bearish, and we also have the 12-hour bearish as well. So we have direction. We have sentiment in the market. For me, that was bearish yesterday. Then we can start to build our confluence. And so far, what we have right here is a retracement into the daily 12-hour fib level. We have rejection of that. We have the 4-hour inside bar candle liquidity grabbed. And now we're moving to the downside and bouncing off of the opening gap, the daily opening gap. So all we need to do right now, we can still build more confluence right here. And I'm going to show you once that happens right here. All we need to do now is wait for an entry because we have direction, we have confluence. Now we need an entry. And that comes right here. And we can see now, look at the daily candle here to the right-hand side. It's rejected. It's now flipped bearish. And once we start breaking these lows again, we could really start flying to the downside here, right? Visualizing this kind of movement from a lower time frame, but based on a daily time frame like this, can be very, very beneficial, very powerful. So what happened here now, this is more confluence that we're building. So now price has also closed below the daily opening gap. So that's another point of confluence. That's 3 points of confluence. We also close below the AOI level, right? This is a level that's automatically plotted by the indicator, and it's an area of interest where price could potentially bounce from, and we've closed below that now. So that's another point of confluence. That's 4 points of bearish confluence. I'll reiterate those again. Retracement into the daily and 12-hour fib. So that's 2 actually, because the 12 and daily. The wick of the 4-hour inside bar candle grabbing liquidity. That's 3. Closure below the opening gap. That's 4. And also a closure below the AY level with break and tap. That's 5. So we have 5 points of bearish confluence aligning with our bearish sentiment and our bearish direction. Anticipating that we can continue bearish here. And the entry comes right here with a 15-minute IBO. Okay, if you don't know what IBO is, don't worry. You'll learn that in the DTG Academy within the DTG course. But basically, we have our intraday breakout levels right here. You can see this red zone on the chart. This is an intraday breakout level. And the idea is that once we get a breakout of this level, which we do right here, then you could have quite a high volume push in the direction that you're trying to trade, or in the direction of the IBO. And you can see in this instance, we have a red IBO, meaning you're looking for breakout sells. If it is a green IBO, you're looking for breakout buys. Okay. And so what happens here, once it closes below like so, your entry would be on the break of the lows right there. Okay, you'd have to be quick with that one, anticipating it to break the lows, putting your sell stops a little bit below this 15-minute candle low right there. As soon as that candle closes, stop loss above that 15-minute candle high. And then you'd be looking at this daily candle. Look at the daily candle right now. This looks extremely bearish. Strong rejection wick. We're breaking lows and we're just pushing here. Okay. So once we get triggered in this trade, you will set a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio right here. And you would let this play out, man. And this is the perfect DTG system setup, right? We absolutely start flying to the downside here. Reject. And then boom, we come down and hit the take profit level here, 1-to-2 for 135 pips with that setup yesterday. And as you can see, that was the exact setup that I took right here. There it is. There was also more bearish confluence in here as well. I'm not going to get too much into that. You will learn that within the DTG Academy, like I said. But that was the setup yesterday, textbook setup. Talked about early on during the Asian session, basically, right? Talking about a retracement into this level, a retracement in here, looking for rejection for sells down into the weekly break and tap level, right? This level right down here, WBNT. Okay, and look what happened. We've lost that level. This level is, let me just quickly draw that level up for you. I'm not going to explain too much about what that level is, but boom, boom, boom. This is how we find our key levels here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, that's the weekly break and tap level. And if we have a look here on the lower time frames, yesterday we bounced into this level. All right, so this is where my take profit was. We bounced in, boom, rejected, and started moving back to the upside. Look at the absolute precision here from these levels. If you guys want to learn the system, if you want to get access to this system to plug in to your trading charts instantly and start taking these setups with us, plotting all these key levels on your chart, learning how to find them, learning how to find direction, momentum, structure, and then get clean entries into the market every single day with the DTG system. The link will be down below. Come and check us out. The link to my free Telegram will also be down below, so you can click that, join the free Telegram. I post updates in there daily about the setups, the system. I also post my analysis, my key levels within the Telegram channel as well. So be able to see right here, you know, member feedback, member profits, some videos, and also the analysis right here, okay, which is the important part. You want to be looking at this analysis, looking at the levels, making sure you're staying up to date on gold with everything that you need to know. And that was yesterday, man. Nothing happened during the second trading window during New York session because it was US bank holiday. The move happened here during London, pre-London, London. And we was in it, man. With the DTG system, it will always give you a way to get in the market as long as everything aligns. You have a whole system, a whole 65, 66 lesson course going through my whole strategy, my whole system, showing you exactly how to take these trades, right? So the link will be down below if you want to come and join us. I'll see you guys in the next video.